Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got a couple of DMs from people on Instagram just asking me about my process and things like that. So let's just get straight into it. So I did my initial consult with Sonobello 2 weeks. I can't remember exactly what day it was, but it was 2 weeks before February 27th. So 2 weeks before then, I did my initial consult in their office. And that just consists of determining what your expectations are, what areas you want to get treated, weighing you, and they just let you know how much fat they can take away. So they can only take away as much fat up until they hit your muscle wall. And then to determine that, you can just press against your stomach, for instance, and then whenever you feel resistance, that's where it'll stop at. That's about how flat your stomach may be after, they take away the fat and all the swelling and all of that stuff goes down. So the weight, they let you know your pricing. Your pricing is based off of your BMI, which, contributes to your weight, which I don't know. BMI is still not a good way to measure somebody's body because muscle weighs more than fat. But yeah, so I weighed about like 165 to 166 during my initial consult. So my BMI was between 28 to 30. That's where my BMI stands at. So the pricing was based off of then. So I ended up deciding that I was going to get the procedure done, which I already knew I wanted to get it done. I just wanted to see really how much it cost and things like that. Because I had been thinking about getting like lipo for years before I actually got it done. Like I was just like, oh, I'm not going to get it done. People say, why did you get it done? Because I wanted to, gym and diet. Yes, those are good things to do, but it doesn't always like get exactly where you want to get. So that's why they made lipo, and that's why I got it. But anyways, after my initial consult, 1 week later, I had my pre-op appointment. I went to the Sonobello in Tyson's Corner. That's where my surgery center was, Tyson's Corner, and I seen Dr. Fripp. She's the one I did my surgery. At the pre-op appointment, I met her and I met the nurses. You go in, they weigh you again, they take pictures, they get your measurements. The doctor examined my stomach, which is how I found out that I had diastasis recti, and they also look for hernias and any other type of masses or lumps that can affect your results at the end. So after that, she just explained the procedure to me, asked if I had any questions, that type of thing. They also gave me a prescription to get my post-op medications that you need after the surgery. So the medications that I got were Percocet for pain, Zofran to help with nausea, and I got Keflex as an antibiotic, which of course, antibiotic, the most important thing to take. And I also went and I got Miralax on my own because narcotics can make you constipated. So nobody want to be dealing with constipation and pain, and it's just a lot to be trying to deal with. So I also got the Miralax, which I suggest you getting as well. So after the pre-op appointment, 1 week later is whenever I actually had the surgery. I had my surgery at, I want to say around like 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I went into the office, just filled out the paperwork, just basic normal stuff like that. Paperwork, went to the back. I can't remember if they weighed me again directly before the surgery or not. I can't remember. But then they took my vitals and they gave me the pre-op medications. Pre-op medications, 2 Xanax, 2 Percocets. Xanax to help it relax, Percocets to help with pain. Again, if you didn't already know, the laser lipo at Sonobello, you do it awake. So you're not being put under general anesthesia for the lipo. You're doing it completely awake, but the medications that they give you pre-op are to help sedate you. Which, by the way, if you don't do drugs or pop pills or anything like that, then those medications are more than enough. So they let me sit in the room for about 20 minutes or so while the medications, started to take effect. And that was more than enough for me. I got onto the table and I think I was kind of laying like in a T shape, something like that. I can't really remember because with the medications, I was tired. I was just like in and out, falling asleep, waking up a little bit. I could hear the nurse and the doctor talking to me, but I don't really remember what they were saying. I know sometimes they would tell me to like turn a certain way, and then I would fall asleep again. I would say that my surgery was probably about an hour and a half long, maybe 2 hours at most. So I went in at 1, left around like 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock or so. And it was painless for me. Like, some people said they had pain and it was so excruciating for them. I had no pain, even with the local anesthesia. The local anesthesia it's similar to the medication that you get at the dentist whenever they give you a shot in your gums to like pull a tooth, or they need to like, I don't know, repair a cavity or whatever. It's similar to that, but it's like in your stomach or wherever that they're doing the lipo at. You can feel burning with that, but I didn't even feel it with that. I didn't even notice. I was like, okay, did you do the local anesthesia yet? And she's like, yeah, and then I fell asleep. So that wasn't even bad for me either. So yeah, about hour and a half, 2 hours getting the procedure done. And what everybody wants to know, of course, the pricing, the most important part, the pricing. So like I said, during my initial consult, they did weigh me and I weighed like 165 and 166, which put my BMI at 28 to 30. I was at 28. So if you're have a BMI of 28 to 30, then your pricing will be around the same if they haven't went up in their prices yet. The price for that was $1,948 per area. So like I said, I got upper abs, lower abs, and my waist done. So those 3 areas, plus I got a diamond package added on to my surgery. The diamond package is where you get a revision at 6 months. Plus, they order your garments for you, so you don't have to go around searching, trying to find any garments. And I will say, if you see my other video, then you know I never got my garment from Sonobello. But I did talk to someone like maybe 2-3 days ago, and I told him I wanted a refund because that garment, I looked at my paper, that garment was $120. And I'm like, I could just get my $120 back since I never got what I paid for. But anyways, they ended up sending me another garment, a smaller garment than when I started wearing, that I went and bought again on my own. So initially I was wearing a medium, and now I'll be wearing the small that I finally got from them. But make sure that you get your garment. Also with the diamond package, like I said, it has the revision. There are stipulations with the revision. With the revision, you can't gain a significant amount of weight, and the doctor that did your surgery has to approve of that revision. So I'm not sure, how to decide what they're going to approve, what they're not going to approve, but make sure you just ask a lot of questions. Like if you have hernias, or if you had, multiple pregnancies to where your diastasis might be, really severe, then you might need to go get a tummy tuck or get the hernia repaired or whatever. Surgery results can be good because they might not, give you a revision, and you're gonna be mad that you spent all of that money. And then of course with the taxes and other surgery fees that they add onto there. So total it cost, I wanna say about $8,000, a little over $8,000, which is very expensive for lipo. Traditional lipo is not that expensive, especially if you get like lipo 360. It's just, I think it's like a set price based on whatever your BMI is, and then you get a bunch of areas lipo. But I paid over a little, well, I didn't pay $8,000. My initial price was a little over $8,000, and then you get a $250 discount. I think that's just automatic for whatever, whenever you, like if you go on their website, they give you a $250 discount. I also got another discount because I booked my surgery within the same month as my initial consult. And then I got another discount on top of that because I am a healthcare worker. So if you're in the healthcare field and you go to Sonobello, make sure you let them know so you can get that discount, okay? So all in all, I ended up paying around $7,000, and then I put 20% down I think it was like $1,173 down, and then you can either pay, you can pay up front, or you have your own personal credit card that you want to put it on. You can put it on that. I think they have payment plans that they also let you use. And then there's also Care Credit. Care Credit is also really nice because you can use that for cosmetic surgeries, and you can also use Care Credit for if you have like any just regular medical or dental appointments that you do need to go, you actually need, you can use Care Credit for that too. But of course, as always, make sure that you are paying more than the minimum payment off each and every month, because you'll just be paying back hella interest and you don't want to do that. So if you guys have any more questions about my surgery or any of the processes that I went through, put them down below in the comments.